You said it. You said you cannot attract what you are not. If you are healed, you then also attract healed. Everything that comes to you is positive energy. If you're not healed, you attract negative energy. Hence, uzoza umuntu athi, "Ay, mina nginebhada, ayikho into eyangihambela kahle." It's because now yourself, you've never done the inner work. If you want to shift and do things ngendlela mhlambe ezosijabulisa, you need to heal. Then it's just how nature works. It's how the universe works, really.
Not a disability, but a ability.
Hi, mummies and daddies. Welcome to Not a Disability but Ability podcast. I'm your host, Ubonyo, mother to an amazing neurodivergent child. And today we are going to talk mostly about healing. Guys, we need to heal as parents. So I'm joined by an amazing sister that I found for myself.
Yes.
Big sis Wami,
Yes.
Sis Faith. Please, Sis Faith, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for honoring the invite. And just tell the viewers, Sanjay, about who you are.
Thank you for having me. It's an honor, and I'm all about healing. Yeah. So when I got the invite, I was like, definitely, I'm gonna honor the invitation. So Faithy, I'm not gonna go back to Faithy where she comes from. I think a lot of people know because I've been around and people know what's in Kulele Gopi. But Faith, who she is right now, is known for being a psychic medium more than anything. But I'm a healer as well, a spiritual life coach, spiritual teacher. So I'm all things spiritual. A mother of two. Mntana omdala is 16 years old. However, I have a late son who's Kumo. He would be 11 this year. That's who Faith is. Yeah, I love people. I love sharing information, knowledge that I have when it comes to healing and taking people through the journey of healing, because I've done that as well.
Yeah,
By
true.
myself.
True. So that's why you're an expert.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. So now talking about your late son.
Yes.
Because we got introduced in someone else's platform
Yep.
because we were talking about also disability and all those kind of
Yeah.
things. So I understand your late son was having a disability.
Yeah.
Can you just highlight a bit onto what kind of disability did he have and so forth?
So he was diagnosed with hydrocephalus, which is water in the brain. However, it hit him in a way that physically he couldn't walk. He needed a walker to actually be mobile, but he was able to speak. Very intelligent. It's just the physical part he was challenged in that sense. Yeah.
And then did you find out like during the pregnancy, or is it something that happened after the pregnancy while he was growing up? Because with us, me raising a child who has autism,
Yeah.
you cannot dictate autism while through pregnancy and stuff. So you can only know the challenges or that notice when the child is growing up that something is delayed or something is wrong with the child. Was it also the case with your child, or you knew there and there?
I only found out when he turned, I think 3 days, going for is it a 3-day or 10-day checkup?
Checkup, yeah.
Yeah, when they now start measuring the head. His birthing was complicated. It was delayed. Now, to answer your question, it was not detected while I was pregnant. However, hydrocephalus is known to be detected while somebody is pregnant, while you're pregnant. With him, they couldn't pick it up. Only got it when we went for the checkup, as I've said. And yeah, that's how I found out.
And then you finding out at that time, especially because of it wasn't picked up during pregnancy. I believe if it was picked up, you would have been more prepared and more aware of the child that I'm bringing to life has this kind of complications or this kind of a disorder or something.
Yeah.
So you finding out after, like, take us on that journey. How did it feel like?
I felt so angry. I was angry because I believe that it was due to negligence. I remember when my water broke, it came out green, which screamed emergency C-section.
true.
Wherever I was at, I was then referred to a particular hospital, but I will not
Yeah.
mention. I will not mention anything. So I was referred to that hospital. When I got there, it was supposed to be an emergency C-section. It took about 12 hours after I arrived there for them to actually assist me. So to answer your question, I was angry because I feel even if it was God's plan, I'll then shift the blame and say, you neglected me. It was an emergency C-section and you took 12
time,
hours.
yeah.
So when he came out, he had a lot of bruises, right? Which also indicated that it was traumatic. The delivery for him was
For him,
actually
yeah.
traumatic. He came with a C-section. By C-section, he did not come through natural birthing. Yeah.
So now you hear it, and obviously, yeah, I understand that the anger comes through.
Yeah.
That is the first emotion that I would also feel, because I'm like, guys, this could have been prevented.
Right.
You know, that is what you believe.
Yeah.
And then now you need to go through
Yeah.
the grieving
Yes.
part of,
Yeah.
now my child is like this.
Yeah.
You know, because we call it a grieving, because
Yeah.
you're grieving the child that you thought you're gonna have, or you wished, or you hoped
To have a healthy,
yes, a healthy
healthy life,
baby, a
yeah,
healthy life. You
with-
know,
yeah.
when we have kids, we tend to imagine how their future will turn up and
Yeah.
all those kind of things. So did you go through that grieving process?
I went through it, but you know, you probably can relate to this. When we go through things, you just slip into that survival mode and you do what needs to be done. It's only after the healing that you realize, actually, I was depressed because I got very protective over him. Remember, hydrocephalus means a very huge head.
Okay.
Now, everywhere you go with your child,
Yeah.
people are staring at you. Now, as a mom, you end up choosing the areas you'd go to with him. Then you end up saying, you know what, I'd rather just stay at home with him and be with him like at the parks with family. And yeah, I only realized after that, hey man, I was injured.
Yeah, you were
know?
not okay.
Yeah, I was not okay. Slipped into depression, I'll tell you that. And the experience that came with it is kids with disabilities, schools are not so available.
Yeah.
Schools are not so available. So when I then decided to find school for him, because I realized that, you know what, this child is intelligent and he also needs to interact with other kids. I cannot be keeping him here at home. Let
yeah.
me start looking for schools. It was a journey and a half. Fortunately for us, we are at the West End. There's West End, I think it's West End School. It's for kids with all sorts of disabilities. I found that. However, this then opened a door to me to knowing how women or parents with kids who have disabilities are challenged. Because I also got to meet another lady who lives down the road. She wasn't as fortunate as I was. She isn't actually. She couldn't pay for her kids' fees, her daughter's fees, transportation, because the school will tell you that, okay, we need such and such amount. It's not a lot of money, but we need that for school fees and for transportation, because we stay in an area that the school does not truly trust.
Okay.
So their transport guys do not, or buses do not reach. Now, this woman, now I realized that, hey, if you're not financially stable, it becomes a challenge. And looking for schools in general, I searched, because originally I'm from Soweto. However, I stay in the Western now, Roodepoort. It made me go home and search for schools. I realized that no, the only schools that are there, the only school that I know of is for deaf kids. What about other disabilities? Yeah. So it was a learning curve for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can tell you firsthand that schools are challenging. Getting a school for a child with a disability is another ball game on its own. Because
Yeah.
my child only got accepted last month. So we actually started school in November.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Wow.
We started school in November. Bizarre, I know.
Wow.
So we were just saying, at least
But that's good.
that's good. At
Yeah.
least so that next year he doesn't. We don't struggle with placement and stuff.
Yeah.
But I had to be the champion for that to happen.
I swear.
needed to go knock doors that they say they're unreachable. I needed to go there and go scream and be like, I need my child to go to school because my child repeated grade R.
Yeah.
So I wasn't gonna. Where was he gonna go now?
Yeah, where was he
Where
gonna
was it?
go?
Because clearly he needs education. Because our people and our government always say that education is a basic need. Yomntana, but
Yeah.
now where are the facilities to foster that?
None.
So I truly understand when you're saying that schools is a challenge. Like
is a
you need to break yourself for your child to be actually
Bring out the super
the
woman in
hey,
you.
you will change.
I
The
swear.
journey will change you.
It will.
The
It
journey
does.
will change you.
It does.
So now, fast forward. Unfortunately, you lose your child.
Yeah.
That is another grief
That is another grief.
on its own.
On its own.
Take us on that one.
Yo, his name is Kumo, by the way. Lirumo.
Kumo.
So Lirumo is the name I gave to him. Kumo is the name his father gave to him. So he's passing. Yo, let me tell you. With his passing, it's like I was ready. I'll explain to you what I mean. I had gone through a whole lot of things, so much that by the time he passed on, I was numb.
Oh, okay.
And I look at it and say, you know what? God was actually preparing me for this moment. And I was grateful for all the hardships, the
you've
painful
went through.
experiences that I went through to say, something beautiful or positive came out of it because here he is, he's gone. And Kumo was a happy baby. He passed on when he was 6. Never in a single day have I ever seen him sad.
Wow.
Ever.
Ever.
So that forced me to live life in a positive way,
Yeah.
to say, hey, this boy would want me to actually be happy, live my life. Because when you come across Kumo and I, you'd feel sorry for him, but the minute he speaks to you, you forget about his
forget.
appearance.
Yeah.
He has touched so many lives. I remember during his funeral, the people who were giving us speeches, the only thing that they had in common that they said is, Kumo would tell you how much he loves you. Whether he knows you, first time seeing you, you're a stranger, he would never come across a person and not say, "Ngiyakuthanda ke o rata jwang?" You know, so he taught us love. He taught me love. He taught strangers love. That's the common thing we have. You know, anybody who has had an interaction with him. So yeah, I just had to be strong. I guess he gave me that strength as well. On the other side, people were so worried about me to say, Agakali, hi, you're gonna crash. She's gonna crash. I remember this Mam Fundisi then came to me and said, You're not shedding a tear, you need to cry. You're gonna get sick. You have a daughter that needs you healthy. But you know, the connection between you and your creator, you and your ancestors, the communication, you're the only one who knows what's really going on. To this point, people are still waiting for me to crash.
Yeah.
And I'm not about to, because I understood what was happening. Yeah, it has helped me to understand death. Yeah, his loss made me understand what death is and accept death.
Which is something that we scared of.
Yeah.
Scared to talk about.
Yep.
Scared to even think about.
Yeah.
But funny enough, we know that it's there and it exists.
It's there. It shall come.
Ooh. Yeah, no. So now, was it now your spiritual awakening, your medium side?
Yeah.
Did it come before or after? Because usually, God and spirituality has this thing of just when you are down and out,
Yeah.
that is when actually it starts to reveal itself. And was it the case with you, or you always knew from maybe when you were young that I might have a precious gift,
Yeah.
and so forth?
I didn't know that I had a precious gift. I didn't think it's a gift because everything I was experiencing, I thought everybody experiences it.
Okay.
I normally talk about the shadows, seeing shadows. At any day, any time, I would see shadows, and I'll just look at, anytime I meet someone, I'll just look at them and I'll just know who they are. At a deeper level. Like I can see your soul. Yes, I can see your soul. You know, this thing when you meet someone and you see them in a particular way, and then you say to yourself, let me just give them a benefit of a
the
doubt,
doubt. Mm-hmm.
only for them to prove you right. Right? But I knew it. So the signs were always there. However, it got heightened when on the day I gave birth to him.
Okay.
Because I remember, I thought I was going crazy. I could hear a lot of voices, and I think my guides, I would say my guides would be telling me, Wuti, okay, now this is what we are faced with. You need to do this, you need to do that, you need to do. So I started hearing on the day when I gave birth to him. I normally say when I gave birth to him, I gave birth to my gift, and also I was born again. Because I became a completely completely person. A different person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, Tina, we are very new with this a psychic medium
Yeah.
thingy, you know. We are more into but izangoma and
Yeah.
stuff. So how are you different?
Please elaborate.
Like in terms of, you know, usually when you're saying a psychic medium, we're thinking of this a white lady, firstly, because that is where the mediums usually fall under. It's just that white lady with crystals, or that white lady who would, you know, read your paw. Or, yes.
Yeah.
So I want you to know, then when you come saying I'm spiritual and I see things in, we just align you nesangoma or a spiritual heal or inyang.
Yeah.
You understand? So we never ever say, okay, a black person medium.
Yeah.
Yes. So I'm like, now, in your instance now, being a black person and saying, I don't fall into this category, but I fall into this. What makes you different?
What makes me different is that first, I don't use anything. I don't use any tools. You give me bones. I'm clueless when it comes to bones. I don't even use tarot cards. I just sit here and I receive messages. So mediums we are different. Now with me, what works for me is I have a vision. My vision that when I'm channeling, I'll start seeing things. Spirit will be showing me whatever it is, whether it's a color of whatever, an object itself. So it's vision and also hearing. So it has gotten deep to a sense that I can also sense how spirit is actually feeling, because they're like that. They are just like us. It's just that they're not visible to everyone else, but psychic mediums can see them. we can see them. So what's different is that I never got, you know, izangoma would tell you, Guti, you have to be shown ugobela wako.
Yes.
I never got to that point of ukboniswa ugobela wami, and I just knew how to give someone a reading, you know, without doing anything, because I remember how it started is that when I dreamt of this woman, I talk about her all the time in all the interviews that I have. Because people need to know when it started.
Yes.
So when she said to me, I need to start healing people, I need to start using my gift to heal people. Literally 2 weeks after, I did a picture reading on someone, and I received his photo. I read his photo or his features. I wrote down everything that I was seeing, and then I sent it to him. He said everything is correct, you know. So that's how they did not even give me a chance to ngingabaze, or because they said uzosebenza 2 weeks after I started. They started sending people that needed this.
Your assistants needed your help.
Yeah.
And how would you say your psychic abilities, your medium abilities help you in terms of your process, in terms of healing?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
In terms of you dealing with your grief differently.
Yeah.
Because as you say, Nguti, you know, even Umamfundis was like, you need to cry.
Yeah.
But because of you're already in tuned and spiritually connected, you it didn't come to you to do so because you already knew what others didn't know.
Yeah.
You know, so how would you say that it actually fostered or actually helped in terms of your grieving and your healing process?
So you can't be a psychic medium and not do I do a lot of meditation. So meditation was already a part of my lifestyle.
Okay.
So you can't be a psychic medium. You can't be a psychic medium without grounding, without understanding what's happening with your chakras. So that comes on its own. Say you are bongiwe like this, you're not even a psychic medium. you do a whole lot of meditation, a lot of breath work, a lot of energy balancing, naturally you're gonna be able to heal from anything, because that's what connects us as human beings. It's that we have particular things that, whether you're black, you're white, you're pink, you're female, you're they link us. Those are the energy centers.
Okay.
Right? So I was already dealing with my energy centers. I was already meditating. So that's why it did not affect me so much.
Yeah.
Makes sense?
It does.
I'm glad.
Actually, like it,
I'm
yeah, it does make sense. So now, here I am. I'm a parent.
Yeah.
As I said that raising a child with a disability, even as visible and invisible disabilities, we all speak a common thing, which is grief,
Yeah.
that you need to grieve.
Yeah.
But now it's difficult for some parents to actually come out of the grief.
Yeah.
It's very difficult for a parent to come out and say, you know what, I've grieved. That is enough.
Yeah.
Now I need, some say we don't have the energy, we don't
Yeah.
have the strength,
Yeah.
or we don't know how to.
Yeah.
How would you advise such a parent now who's going through that?
Excuse me. I would advise them to go to my website. There's a free ebook there. They can download it. It talks about healing. I went on and did ancestral healing. It explains what ancestral healing is. I went on and did womb healing. I explain what womb healing is, because here's another thing. I'll talk about womb healing a lot, because as females, we don't understand what's really happening. A lot of traumas get stored in our womb,
Okay.
right? So you find that certain people would take whatever problems that they have, when they say you're taking everything to heart or something to heart, you take it harsh, only to find out that it's not about your child being disabled, but because your womb has stored so much traumas, it's like Kutsela, you're just adding to what is already
Okay.
there. So my advice to parents, especially mothers, I would say start healing. This is an advice. Start doing ancestral healing. Maybe someday we'll just have another. Ancestral healing, womb healing, and inner child healing. They'll come back and tell you that they are progressing just fine. And it is okay to grieve. It is okay. It's normal, because life is all about balance. I say everything is about balance. Without pain, we wouldn't know joy. I need for them to know that. And just don't stay in that grieving forever. Don't grieve forever. Because as a woman who has lost a child and who's also a psychic medium, when I come across a spirit will then give messages to whoever, my client at the time, and say, remember, one day you're going to be this side, meaning you are still fortunate, or you still have an opportunity to be alive. We don't want you to live your life sad, angry, negative vibration. So grieve, but put an expiry date or whatever date to your grief and start living again, because remember, we're not here forever. As I've said, Kumo has encouraged me to say, if it wasn't for him, or I look at it in a sense that, how would Kumo want for me to live my life? As a person who was always happy, Kumo would want me to be happy.
True.
You know what I mean? So let us grieve. It's understandable, but just don't get buried in grief. Don't allow yourself to be buried in grief. The 3 things that I've mentioned will absolutely help them. They have, the ebook has a step-to-step how to start actually healing practically.
Okay. Let's say with these 3 steps, I don't want you to go too deep.
Yeah.
Guys, you'll go on the website and find out. But I want you to just highlight, how are they different?
Yeah.
The ancestral healing, what exactly are we healing there? The
Yeah.
womb, what exactly are we healing?
Yes.
And you said the child,
Child,
the inner
yeah.
child, what exactly are we healing? So that when they also go there, they know what is what, and it creates a better understanding when they read and be like, okay, now this part they do say that this is actually about this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So can you just elaborate on those three parts.
So ancestral healing is what we call, when we say you're breaking generational curses.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's that. It's
Yeah.
there. You find that I'll talk about anxiety. A lot of us don't know that anxiety is not just an illness or a mental illness that is actually passed down energetically from generation to generation, right? You find that you look at it in a sense that when you look at your family, everybody at a particular age, let's say males at a particular age, they pass on. At a particular age, if you get married at a particular age, you'll get divorced. If we can look into our families, there's that pattern, right? So ancestral healing is all about that, to say there's this pattern amongst the lineage. Now, when you do the ancestral healing, you are breaking that curse. These are the generational curses that we talk about.
Yeah, true.
You get-
Because some even get comfortable in it.
Yeah.
Like I know that Giti, we
Yebo.
divorce.
Yes.
We are a generation or a family of divorces.
Thank you.
Or inzalo asinayo, or
Yeah.
I truly understand what
Yeah.
you're talking about. Yeah. And we, instead of healing
Yeah.
from it or breaking it, we
Or
actually
breaking it.
become comfortable in
and say
it.
this is who
and
we
own
are.
it.
Isekhaya. Into yasekhaya.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
get what I mean? So we then break those cases because you are born. When you are born, you're already. I think this thing of being born into sin. I connected with it. You know, you when you are born, you're already now taking on whatever that has been happening within your lineage. Then we have womb healing. Girl.
Another story.
Yeah, another story. So, womb healing, as I've said, your womb stores a lot of traumas. Traumas of you dating. Okay, I'll start here. Traumas that you had as a child, if you are a girl child, traumas that you had as a child, they get stored here. If you had an absent mother, absent father, it gets stored here. So any pain that you have experienced, your womb actually stores it. Right? Now we need to heal our wombs. Here's another thing. You are pregnant. You are in an abusive relationship or marriage. You know that whatever that you're feeling at that time, your child then also carries that. Your child gets affected like that. So now we when we do womb healing, we're actually getting rid of all the traumas, making sure that even the child that you're gonna give birth to does not get affected by any of the traumas that you have experienced. It's a lot. I'm not gonna be long.
Yeah.
And then we come to inner child healing. It is said, I'll just say from the age of 0 until the age of 7. That's when your child is actually programming everything, you know. After 7, now they are repeating what they already know. Everything that they've learned is already stored. Find that from the age of 1 or 0 until 7, your father, your mother were absent. If you had absent parents, it does something to you. If you are this child in a home, maybe with kids with ADHD, we know they have energy, right? And if we don't understand, like, shut up. You know, you get shut down. Anything that you experience as a child from the age of 0 to 7, it becomes a memory. That is why today you find that there's men who have, it's just an example, there's men who are absent fathers, but he had an absent father.
Yeah.
You ask yourself,
Yeah.
Ganjani? Because now it got stored in the brain that the father is not there. So we just make sure that we are removing whatever traumas. It's all about traumas. Everything, the healing is all about traumas from ancestral, womb, and inner child. So that now, as an adult, you don't operate from a point of saying, I act like this because I saw my mom act like that.
True.
You find who you really are and then start defining what life is for you. And with a lot of healing comes a lot of positive things in terms of you attract positive things. Your relationships become healthy. Your relationship with money becomes healthy. You're just abundant. So sihluphe kanje because there's a lot of traumas that have not been healed. I'll just be honest with you.
No, I believe that. I believe that because futhi, I think it was yesterday. or the day before yesterday, I was watching Ultimate Girls Trip I got okay. I got triggered. No, I didn't get triggered. I got pissed at. I hate these things of I get triggered.
Yeah.
You know, I hate when someone says I'm acting like this because this thing triggered me. I'm doing this.
It's a trigger.
It's a trigger. You know. So I even said it on my status that guys, no one is responsible for triggers.
Yeah.
You need to heal. Go heal yourself. Because now people are getting to suffer because of something that someone did, and someone is moving on. But now, when because of that person used to shout at you, as soon as I raise my voice, you
Yeah.
get triggered.
Yeah.
As soon as I do this, you get triggered.
Yeah.
Then now I'm responsible and I'm receiving the end of it.
Yeah.
You know, which I'm thinking is not fair.
Yeah.
Because I'm not responsible for your pain.
Exactly.
So you need to deal with your pain.
True.
So now when you're saying that, you know, there are ancestral healing and the womb healing, everything being stored in the womb. And, you know, you speaking like this, you actually, my mind is getting blown right now because I'm figuring now, we have issues. We have a lot of issues.
We do.
We have a lot of issues. But also it comes back to healing is your choice.
It is.
So some people actually do you think there's people who are afraid of healing? Because once they heal, remember some people are used or comfortable
Yeah.
to, it's like someone who is very comfortable to ask.
Yeah.
That even if it's very hard for them to go do something for themselves because they're comfortable in saying, no, Nyazi, I'll ask and I will receive from
Yeah.
whoever and whoever.
Yeah.
So do you think also healing Nayo can be a part of someone is just I'm afraid of healing because
Yeah.
once I heal, it means now I need to step into another
Yeah.
realm that I'm not sure if I'm comfortable with.
You've said it. There's those that are not even aware that they are afraid of healing. There's those that are not aware. There's those that are aware the minute you start assisting them and giving them tools to heal and they realize you are, then they back away. You know, so it's a 50-50 thing. However, I could say that healing is not easy. Remember now, it's like you are reversing what you've always known. And another thing is when you're healing, you're touching on issues that are sensitive or parts of you that are actually sensitive. Say we're gonna heal a woman who was molested when she was a child. I'll just keep it at that. Now we are dealing with healing that needs to take place for the inner child and also the womb. So these are two things at once. You see how uncomfortable that is. It takes you wanting to heal and say and you knowing that it is okay. Right now you are uncomfortable because you are doing it at this particular point, but we are not remaining at this point. We're definitely moving. So people are just not comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sifuna kuhlale kumnandi. You know, it must always be summer. We don't enjoy the winter. But the truth of the matter is there's balance. These things balance each other. As soon as people understand that pain makes us realize joy. Joy makes us identify pain. So everything that is happening is essential for us, guys.
Yeah.
It is essential.
So it is important for someone to actually heal.
It is a must for people to heal because remember, pain creates blockages. I'm now talking from a spiritual point of view. Of view. So when you are not okay, you have blockages. As I've said, I started talking about chakras. I talk about chakras all the time, Shame.
Yeah. Please tell us about my chakras for some of us who don't even know.
Yeah. So I'll just talk about the two chakras, which is the root chakra and the sacral chakra, right? So the root chakra, what is it? It's like if your root chakra is not stable, now you are not stable. Uzoba umuntu who just, flow with the kite. You don't stand for nothing.
Yeah.
Right. And then this one is more of the womb, but even men have this one. It's simply I didn't want to get into this. I'll just be short because it's
Yeah.
complicated. It's complicated. So the sacral chakra is Torah. It's actually the feminine, when you heal your feminine energy. So men also have feminine. As males and females, we have both energies. Yeah, that's just that. When you heal your chakras, then, okay, they are energy centers, right? Each one responsible for something. Now, when, say you have been molested, right? So your sacral chakra, because this is a chakra of sensuality, it's going to get blocked. Now, we'll talk of the 7 chakras, right? There's 7 of them. Now, if there's a flow engeko, right, or one chakra that is blocked, then there's no movement within you. We'll say a spiritual movement or energy. It's actually energy. Now, it means you will not be able to attain izinto as you are supposed to because there's something that is blocked. What I've realized is that if you don't do any work on your chakras, most of us have more than one chakra blocked. So it is important to actually do the chakra healing as well. Kuningene?
Yeah. So healing is not just me thinking that, you know what, I've accepted and I am moving on, or I've accepted and I'll just say move on because I'm not finding a word that can describe it better. So it's us having a conversation now, it's actually highlighting that healing is more deeper than you just taking it as a life thing that we accepted, or yes this happened, or it's an energy thing.
Yes.
As in, like, it really goes very, very deep,
deep.
and it needs people to actually go within themselves to actually find out if you truly have healed.
You need to be intentional about your healing. And I normally suggest there's 2 things that I suggest to people. It's the chakra healing and also your feminine and your masculine energy. Then the 3 that I've mentioned.
Yeah.
Right? But though the 3 that I've mentioned, okay, yeah. But I'm an advocate for healing your chakras and also your feminine and masculine energy. If you've never done that, you have just put things slip things under the rug. That is why people get what? Triggered.
Yeah, because you think you've moved on from something, and then something similar or something is done which reminds you of that thing, then you get triggered.
Yes. So healing nje guys siyikha phezulu.
Phezulu, kahle kahle.
Siyikha phezulu.
So we need to actually, no, we're going to go on your website definitely and just go through it and get all the pointers so
Yes.
that a person can be completely and holistically healed.
Yes.
And not just heal from this thing, but when you are healing from everything.
Everything.
Don't be selective.
Don't be
Because there's some people
selective.
who are selective in healing.
Yeah.
Be like, no, Mina, I'll heal from this and this, but this one's I'll rather keep with.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
Then the universe sends you things that will trigger you of the things that you said you're not going to touch. So it's important for us to heal ngokuphelele, so that even if the next person can come here and say whatever, like, I'm not going to be moved. So the universe will definitely send you things, because this is what needs to happen. We need to operate from a healed place completely. We need to get to that point, because as spiritual beings, we are spiritual beings. I know people misuse this word when they say a spiritual being. They think of a gifted person.
Yeah.
But everybody is a spiritual being. So spiritually, we need to get to that place where even if you don't know where money for what is going to come from, you say, I'm not going to be moved. I remain, I stick to knowing what God will show up, Somebody will come here and and you just look at them, you're not moved. You need to get to that place.
And then speaking of money,
Yeah.
you did say that it's the blockage usually blocks a whole lot of things, which, money, come on. As much as that's it, money is the root of all evil, yes, but nothing is moved and nothing is done without money.
Yeah.
Does healing also affect your money process? How you receive, how you react to money, how you get money?
Yes, it does. So you come from a home that kuthiwa, money does not grow on trees. Whenever you ask for something, let us wait for month end. Struggles. Let me just say struggles.
Yeah.
That gets programmed in your brain as a child. You don't believe that you are capable of making decisions, or even, propose something that will bring money forth. It's like money is for certain people. That kind of thinking. But that family, no, money is theirs. So if you're not healed from that, because it's something that is instilled in your brain, if you don't remove that thinking, there's a man that I love so much, Dr. Joe Dispenza. He says it's reprogramming the brain. Now you have to reprogram your brain in a manner that when you reprogram your brain, you are healing yourself and your relationship with money. Because the minute you're like, ooh, I'm going to go and propose such and such, but at the back of your mind, you are doubtful. How is that money going to come?
Yeah.
So everything, when it comes to attraction, if you're not healed, you will not, even with relationships, romantic relationships, you'll never attract a partner that you're gonna have a healthy romantic relationship with up until you start healing.
That is why someone will be saying, I'm attracting the very same people.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'd be like,
There you go.
I'm just busy attracting the very same
Yes.
people. Then now you need to realize that you might be the problem.
You might be the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. So healing, just as I've said, healing just brings everything positive. Literally to a point whereby money will be flowing your way and you're like, how did that happen? Because you have healed.
Yeah.
Everything is energy. So if you have not healed your energy centers, that's when ubana these blockages that I talk about. But the minute you start healing, guba balance again, things just flow. Because let me tell you something, we are meant to live like that. We are meant to just have things. You know what? You think money comes from tree, or you think something is just going to fall in your lap. We are supposed to live like that. A lot of people who have healed or who live this kind of lifestyle, spiritual practices, they don't do a lot of things, but they just call things into existence.
That is you manifest.
You manifest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now, in terms of mainly a parent, because I believe that you cannot give what you don't have.
Yeah.
And then now we have kids and all those kind of things. So what happens to my child if I'm not healed?
You transfer that. You transfer that to him. Because remember, now, every time he asks for something, you shout. That's the kind of a parent he's going to become. When her kids or his kids ask for something because he saw mommy shouting, they will shout. Whichever way that you choose or whichever way you handle any situation with your kids watching you, they become that. That is why they need to see you operate from a healthy version of you. If you are this wounded woman, they will be wounded too. Because you're not okay, you'll be shouting, you'll be doing this, you'll be saying hurtful things to them. What do those things do to them? They damage them. They become damaged partners. They meet damaged partners. They give birth to damaged kids.
Ooh. Then the cycle just continues and it continues. And that is where the term generational curses come from, because the cycle is not breaking.
Yes.
It just continues and continues and continues. Because I believe that there is no way you can attract good while you are still in the evil side.
You can't.
So you need to move away. You need to shift.
You need to shift. You need to shift.
And shifting, it becomes uncomfortable.
You know what? Somebody said life is just uncomfortable in general. I'll make an example with not working and working. When you're working, you have to sacrifice. You know that you're not going to decide to, I'm going to podcast Gabongi. You get what I mean? You have to be at work whether you want to or you don't. Those are the disadvantages or maybe the uncomfortable part of working. if you're not working, yes, you can do whatever you want, but you must know that when it comes to finances, you'll be limited. You will not. So it's both sides are uncomfortable. You just have to choose your own. ukuthi, I'm going to be uncomfortable here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is, I hear you.
You see, so if you're not gonna heal, you decide you're not gonna heal, you're gonna have to remain with maybe be okay with attracting unhealed people and even experiences that will keep on bringing this emotion of being tormented. If you are healed, you said it, you said you cannot attract what you are not. If you are healed, you then also attract healed. Everything that comes to you is positive energy. If you're not healed, you attract negative energy. Hence, uzozwa umuntu athi, "Hayi, mina nginebhada, ayikho into eyangihambela kahle." It's because now yourself, you've never done the inner work. If you want to shift and do things ngendlela mhlambe ezosijabulisa, you need to heal. Then it's just how nature works. It's how the universe works, really.
And then what would you say is a person responsible for your healing journey? I'm making an example. Let's say you've hurt me. Ne? Because of I'm hurt,
Yeah.
I'm holding this pain within me.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for you to come and apologize.
Yeah.
And you are not coming forth.
Yeah.
And it's an everyday thing. Years, months turn to years, and but I know that Sis Faith once said this word, "Give me," and I'm hurt.
Yeah.
Ne?
Yeah.
So in that point, who is responsible for the healing? Is it also me to say, I'm accepting that this is what it is,
Yeah.
and she won't say sorry? Or must I make sure that Faith comes and says sorry?
So what if Faith does not say sorry?
Yeah,
After
yeah.
you've told
Like,
her?
there's those people who are saying, I am not going to heal or I'm not going to move on up until you come and say sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. Then you're delaying yourself. Remember when you are not healed, there's certain things that get blocked in your own personal life. Trust me. Now forgiveness, that's why I finally understood why they said forgiveness is not for the next person, but for yourself. Because when you're not healed, you carry so much pain. Pain and what's the word I'm looking for? These things cannot coexist. Pain and attracting or being able to get whatever it is that you want, they can't coexist. It's one of the laws of the universe. So one has got to go. And up until you release this, then the good that you seek will enter. You get what I mean? So it is really up to you, because now you're sitting here. Other people, they're not even aware that they've offended you. Are you aware?
Yeah.
And here you are. You're taking 10 years of your life. Like, I'm waiting. She's not even aware that she has hurt you. So it is your responsibility to say, I set them free, I set myself free, I let it go so that I can
You can move on.
move on.
Because I remember someone even once, I think it was one of those American people once said, not healing or holding pain is like you drinking poison but expecting another person to die.
That's true.
Because it's only eating, it's affecting you only because
Exactly.
now you want to make someone else responsible for your pain. Even though they are aware.
Yes.
Because there are some who are very much aware that I am hating this person,
Yeah.
but I'm not going to.
They are doing it deliberately.
Yeah.
That's when, that's why they say you need to take your power back. Because look, people who hurt others intentionally, they feed off that energy. They love how when they see that you are hurt, when they see that you are not okay due to the whatever it is that they've done to you. So they indulge in that. Everything is energy, guys. So with you not being okay, it's like,
Yeah.
that's what I want. The minute you then say, I'm not bothered anymore, that energy goes back to Yen. Because now these people, they feed off our energy. When you're not okay, so when you just say, I'm calling my power back and I'm not going to let that bother me anymore, even there's a sense of freedom that comes with it. When you decide to say, you know what, whether I receive apology or not, there's something that just gets lifted
Yeah,
off of your
get lighter.
shoulders. Yeah.
Because there are just people who, and they also say that hurt people hurt people.
Thank you.
So generational cases come again. Because of I'm used to hurt, I'll continue to hurt other people.
Yeah.
Because so now me being stuck in that hurt because I'm hurt by someone who is going around hurting people,
Yeah.
that means now that person not only has the power, but now is now affecting my life and my healing, which I'm going to actually offload onto my child. So now it becomes another circle that actually this person created.
Yeah. If your child, let's say as young as he is, he's hurt, he's gonna go to daycare or school, he's gonna lash out and start beating other
Other
kids.
kids.
And the other kid is not okay, he's gonna go elsewhere when they go home. You see now.
yo, then it be I yeah, no. I think most of us, we are in the state, or the country is in the state that is in because of lack of healing.
Yeah. When I wrote the book, it's Journey to Wholeness, the aim was for me to actually sell it. But I was like, no. People need healing. And then I just left it there and just made it a PDF. It's downloadable. You can also read directly from the website, because we need healing. People need healing. We need healing.
Yeah.
We are where we are at because people are not healed. We are unable to be loving partners because we are not healed. We are unable to be loving parents because we are not healed. And we were raised by people who are not healed. We were raised by people who are
Not healed.
So healing is a must.
That is so true. And what role does healing play now into your mental state? Because that is another thing that is very much important, because I believe that this is your crown.
Yeah.
Everything, this is where you are actually enlightened.
Yeah.
So if you haven't healed as a person,
Yeah.
what does it do to your mental stability?
You also become delusional. Because I'll come here and be like, oh, I like your sneakers. In your head, you're like, oh, she said this because da 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 da. da.
Oh, yeah.
You
yeah.
don't receive things as people mean. You get what I mean? Lack of sleep, you're unable, you get hit by anxiety. Anxiety comes with you not being able to sleep. Lack of sleep. You become paranoid. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So not healing mentally is not nice, because you can also then sabotage other relationships that stand a chance, whether it's friendship or partnership, business partner, whatever. Because you're this delusional person now, or you see things that are just not there.
Yeah.
You sabotage, what's the word I'm looking for? You sabotage whatever that has a potential. You sabotage potential relationships because you think you don't take things as they are being said.
Yeah.
And then when you are healed, you can come to me, I can come to you and say, ooh, I like your sneakers, but deep down I'm like, I'm mocking you. Because you are healed, you are not affected.
Yeah.
Okay, it is what it is, whatever. You're not going to be moved.
yeah. Which actually brings you more peace, actually.
Yeah.
Because if you paid attention to, if you're not healed, obviously is okay into the thing with, oh, you see, she was mocking me.
Yeah.
And then now it stays in your mind.
Yeah.
Now you can stop thinking about it.
Yes.
Because you're gonna. So as soon as you are healed, you're able to move on and think about something else. Create more positivity. Create more.
Even if you did not mean well, it is well with my soul.
With my soul.
Yeah, it is.
I'm unbothered.
I'm unbothered.
And I'm not gonna even think about you. I'd rather be thinking about making money.
Yeah, because I define who faith
Who
is.
faith
you
is,
know?
yeah.
I define who faith is. You can come here and try and break me because I'm healed. I can never be moved.
And are you okay? Now I'm held. Are you saying that because of someone is held, are they unable to experience pain or hurt
Okay.
or that sense of so
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, because of now I'm held. I'm truly held. Are you
Yeah.
saying that that those emotions are gonna be non-valid now.
Sorry, never. So I would be lying if I said so. I'd be lying. We are human. We suppose we're gonna feel the pain. You know, you feel the pain, but it's how you act. It's how you react to what has been said or what has been done. Being healed means you can take whatever it is, acknowledge the pain, give those emotions isikhathi sawo, because we don't sweep things under the rug. You honor your emotions, but then you don't stay in that state for forever. Get what I mean? You don't stay there. Just say, okay, just like you said, hurting people hurt people. You just say, what Ubongiwe said to me is what she knows. I cannot ask of anything more than what she already knows. It means if you're going to come and hurt the next person, say hurtful things to the next person, it means that's what you carry within you. So I cannot expect you to say beautiful things if you don't have beautiful things you say about yourself. So we literally give what we have. That's how I move, to say, okay, she said hurtful things to me. I forgive her because it means she did not know any better, and she does not carry any light maybe with her that she could give to me.
To you,
Yeah. But we do feel the pain. We just don't stay in that state for long.
So healing actually gives us the tools to navigate our way out of the pain.
Yeah.
You know, it's like that GPS.
Yeah.
It actually makes you reach your destination of peace.
Yes.
You know, you might feel
Using
hurt
peace.
now, but because of I'm healed,
Yes.
the healing journey will give me the direction and everything up until I reach my peaceful state.
Yes.
No, I see you
And
and I hear you.
it's an ongoing thing for as long as we are still living. You will continue to heal, because now, if you don't heal at all, it means now these experiences that have hurt you, they keep on adding up. If you don't do the healing, it's like a glass. Let's say take a glass, and each hurtful word that has been said to you, iyagcwalisa, right? Now it gets full with painful memories or whatever it is. Even if the next person can come and say the most beautiful things, because the glass is now full, it will not be affected. Instead, the beautiful thing that the next person has said will get absorbed and become dark itself. Now, we always have to empty the glass of ukulimala. It's an ongoing thing.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
It's an ongoing thing.
Oh, yeah, it was such a beautiful conversation. It was so beautiful and enlightening. And you know what? Healing, the importance of healing. Healing is very much important. So, Sis Faith, please just drop your handles where people can get a hold of you if maybe they need your services.
Yeah. Is it safe for me to just leave the website and then, because the links are there? So it's www.psychicmfaith, psychic being PYSCIC, psychic faith, which is my name, .co.za. I'll repeat, www.psychic, which is PSYCHIC, mfaith.co.za. And then I am on TikTok as well, but can you make it do like a mention or something?
Yeah.
It's Faith Tilling. I think, your followers can
They can definitely just
Yeah.
So thank you so much, Sis Faith. Guys, the importance of healing. Let's heal as parents. Let's heal for our kids. Let's break the generational curses. It's been an honor. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Till we meet again. Cheers. Bye.